Hello everybody, Stock Picks by Tim, back at you here, and I want to talk about the market we had today and most of the stocks I go through on this channel so far. Just going to kind of recap a few of them, look at the charts, and just look at the zones they're at now. Talk about a couple of stocks, namely INDI, definitely had a rough day today. I was on StockTwits a little bit on that one, had a good time with everybody there. I highly recommend you guys go check out INDI and check out StockTwits if you haven't yet. It's it's kind of like a social messaging kind of board thing, but it's definitely pretty cool. A lot of awesome people on there, but we're going to get into this video right now. And here we are starting with ChargePoint. Now remember this one, of course, back here where we had those 4 points that it dropped. Remember this one? So that's that level here. Now look at this, we do have a gap, so keep in mind it could fill this gap, which will bring us back to this previous support that is almost kind of trading here. I am not very worried about this one. There's very minimal risk with this one in my opinion because of the support level that I keep talking about. You look back here, it's a very strong support. Hits it 4 times. So keep an eye for that gap to fill. We might be getting back up to this level. It might become a resistance now. It was previously a support. We'll see what happens though with ChargePoint. Now look at INDI. This one's just having a hard time, although it showed a lot of strength when we got over that resistance. You can see here that 1050 is definitely quite the resistance, and we passed it with not too much effort that final time, and it hung around very, very well up above 1050, hung around 1150, and today it just really started dumping. And I called it earlier that it was gonna, we're gonna see that 1050 and see what happens. Sure enough, that 1050 did not hold, and we had a little green right at that about 1050 there, and it just kind of fell off. After hours is slightly up, however, we have a nice 1% after hours. So we'll see what happens there. Seems like we might have hit that bottom. We'll see though. If it does continue farther down, maybe that rounded up number 10 might be our new support level. It might drop farther than that, but just keep your lookout on this one. I'm kind of just being a little hesitant now watching it, and we'll see where it goes before I start buying more. I do have plenty of a position, and I play options on this one as well. Getting back here we have CleanSpark. Now when you see this is the channel we've been trading in. It's been bouncing around. It did drop on the executive based compensation, came back up, filled the gap, and we're kind of trending downwards, looking like we're consolidating. I think we're going to go back to the upside, and we're going to keep trading in this channel until there's better any kind of news, maybe an update on the current exahash rate. I know they are almost at 1 exahash last we heard, but we'll see with any update. That could be definitely the positive catalyst that sends this thing up to close to 15 to that resistance level around here. And that's about all we got for CleanSpark. Just a quick update for that one. Keep an eye on this channel. We are slightly under it, I believe. So if it can come back up, I see this thing probably going higher. Looking at any, now this is just a quick basic chart. If you see how this spiked, you can tell it's unsustainable with how much of a spike that is. It went down where it previously was, but we did have a complete spike the last couple of days. It's been kind of trending upwards, and it's taking it back. I mean, that's to be expected. That should be kind of obvious. Looking at it here, we are bouncing around what looked like it used to be a previous resistance here, and it came over, it gapped down. Keep in mind that gap is from a while ago. We'll see what, if that even holds any relevance anymore. But looks like it's maybe trying to attempt to fill it. Where the level it's at right here, I'd wait for a tiny little cool back because we did have a crazy rally today. It was about a 26% gain, so I would definitely, keep your cool on this one. At least in my opinion, that's what I would do. I wouldn't really want to buy any right now where it's at. I did sell a little bit off top. I bought like $200-300 worth, and I took like $100. When I saw that it was up how much it was, I definitely jumped on taking profits. And I'll wait for a nice little dip to nibble at it again. And also guys, keep an eye on that RSI. We are right here bouncing around overbought. If it comes a little closer, it's definitely going to start dropping. In my opinion, that's just what I see happening. But we'll see though. So look at that nice 10% that we gained here just in one day. Now that huge spike here was the mega pack, the Tesla mega pack thing that they were, ozop was going to be utilizing Tesla's mega pack battery system in ozop's battery system. So I think speculation caused this to just rally. But yeah, it definitely cooled back off. This was a nice little pop here we had. I am just riding my shares. I've been riding it through here. I didn't sell here. I've just been riding through. This one has been almost, I want to say, close to a year, if not a little over a year now that I've had this one. RSI isn't really telling me much, so this one I would definitely just, this one, if you don't have a position, I would say maybe dollar cost average. Definitely see what it does tomorrow. I'd wait for a red day probably, just seeing it spike this much. Doesn't seem necessarily sustainable. I could be wrong, however. September is definitely kind of a weird month. I've been noticing some of these small caps have just been doing really nice lately. All right, so I've noticed that definitely this month we've had small caps kind of having weird fluctuations. Crazy time in the market lately. But thanks again, guys. Hope you enjoyed this quick little video. I appreciate all you and have a great night. Hope you do great in your trading tomorrow.